My name is Nicole F., and I was a part of the Phenomena Group Microcampus trip that departed for Shizhou on April 30th, 2016. We spent our days in Shizhou studying one topic of great personal interest we each selected before coming on Microcampus. And we have spent a large portion of our journey here investigating our topic through local people's views and perspectives and compiling all of the information for our inquiry project. My topic I have been studying is the use of household energy in the Shizhou area. In order to understand the use of household energy in the Shizhou area, one must consider the past, present, and future. Let's start with the past. Before solar energy was an option for the people in Shizhou, many people used wood and coal to heat their homes. However, getting wood was a difficult task. According to Mr. He, a guard at Yangzhou and user of solar energy, he had to hike 6 hours up the mountains every Sunday to provide his family with wood for the week. I thought this was incredible, but it also made me feel sympathy for Mr. He. Every Sunday, his only day off, he had to make the journey to supply his family with hot water. Now, we would never have to dream of having to hike 6 hours just to get hot water. It made me think about how fortunate we are to live in this world of technology. However, the use of wood to heat water slowly diminished, and it was replaced by the use of coal briquettes, which started being used around 30 years ago. People stopped using wood because government projects were put in place to stop deforestation on the mountains. Coal briquettes were then delivered to homes and made people's lives much more convenient. When talking to Miss Zhang and Mr. Liu at the cheese factory, I learned that these briquettes were better than wood because they could burn longer. Miss Duan, a solar panel shop owner, told me that she used to go to a public shower where they would use coal to heat the water. I found that it was very interesting to hear different people's stories on the energy they had growing up. Although many people use the same form of energy, each person's story was different. Through studying energy, I also learned about the rich past of Shizhou and what it was really like to live here back then. But people's lives became easier and technology developed in the area. The era of electricity and solar power was born. While studying the use of energy here, I faced many challenges. I found that I went to shops and just asked about the solar energy and how it works. I was getting facts, not experiences. My big aha moment came when I was talking to Mr. Duan about the use of solar energy in his home. I started by asking him the basic questions I was asking other users of solar energy, like, does it work well for you? But then, Mr. Duan started to talk to me about what kinds of energy he used when he was young. I found this extremely interesting and I wanted to know more. With a place like Shizhou, so much history has happened and I wanted to experience that myself. So I narrowed my topic from solar energy to the evolution of energy in the Shizhou area. Once I had my aha moment, I was able to get a more enriching experience and connect more with the local people. Let's continue with the present and the current state of energy in Shizhou. The use of solar energy and electricity started around 20 years ago, when people stopped using the coal briquettes and the wood. Now, most everybody in Shizhou uses solar energy. However, some people choose to stick with using wood and briquettes and electricity for multiple reasons, like structure, price, stability, and things like that. However, from many conversations I had with local people, solar energy is much cheaper to use. I learned this from talking to Miss Dian at her solar panel shop near the morning market. When I first started talking to Miss Yan, I noticed she seemed a little uncomfortable. But after I started to talk to her about her own experiences, she opened up a lot more. I found this more and more when I talked with people who also use solar energy, such as Miss Zhang at the cheese factory. She told me stories and experiences that she had with energy and why she switched to solar energy. She told me how she has been using solar energy for 7 to 8 years now and thinks it is much more reliable and faster to use. I also learned many interesting things about solar energy from Miss Duan, a solar panel shop owner. She told me the market for solar panels has been declining since 2014, when many people stopped buying because it is becoming harder to build new homes, and people have already purchased solar panels. This leads me into the future of green energy and what that might look like. The future. From talking to Ms. Dwan, I learned that the future for solar energy might not be very good. Business for her has been declining 1 or 2 panels every year, and this number will keep falling. She mentioned this will cause the price of panels to go up, making it no longer cheaper to use solar energy. When people's panels begin to break in around 15 years, they will not purchase new ones because it would be more expensive. While asking Ms. Dwan about what she thinks the future for solar energy would be like and if they would manufacture solar panels that can power people's entire homes, she said she did not think so because they would have to be very cheap in order for people to buy them, but that would come with quality issues. I found it very interesting to see what the different perspectives were of users of solar panels and people who sell solar panels were. It can really tell a story through people's experiences. I learned that energy is not just something people change when technology improves, but energy is a journey and takes time and commitment. I cannot be for certain what this future in green energy will look like, but through my conversations with local people and learning their stories, I can hope that these people who care deeply about their village will continue to promote the use of green energy so Shijo may have a clean future. I would like to thank all of the people who made this journey possible. To Mr. T for taking us all out here and for supporting us throughout the process. To Miss Mai for your constant support and help. To Miss Zhang and Miss Zhao to their help with teacher support and help throughout the process of inquiry. To the people of Shijo for hosting us and being so gracious and talking to us about our topics. And to the entire Phenomena group for making this one of the best months of my life and an unforgettable experience. Energy is not something you install. It is a way of life, a journey, a story. And through the entire inquiry process, I have learned what it truly means to be a citizen of Shijo through seeing people's stories and journeys.